Okay, what we have here is a radiant floor system. It's 6 zones. It's a lightweight overpour. Has 2 sources of heat. Primary, secondary loop configuration. This injection leg here, the wood boiler is not tied in yet, but this is pre-plumbed. The wood boiler will be going in the next month or so. So the wood boiler will be piped in and out here, injected into these 2 flat plate heat exchangers. This injection leg is mixed with this mixing valve to temper the water so that our floor doesn't overheat. Primary loop circ pump. We have this flat plate heat exchanger, which is going to drive the heat to the indirect tank. If you want to just switch over to here. So when the wood boiler is hot, this circ pump will drive the heat from the wood boiler into the indirect tank. We have a Munchkin wall-hung boiler here, and this serves the heating needs of the house when the wood boiler is not hot. This is the injection leg circ pump for the floor system when the wall-hung boiler is in play, and our circ pump for the wall-hung boiler to feed to the indirect. Our primary our secondary loop piping here got a little congested, just there's a lot going on right here. Here's our mixing valve. We keep those indirect at about 180 degrees. Feeding domestic at 125 degrees. Our domestic recirc also has a temperature control and a timer on it to control efficiency. This is our control panel. Control panel has all the floor sensors, and so each zone has a floor sensor, and we limit our floor temperature operation to 80 degrees. These 2 controls here function, they're the integration controls so that they sense when the wood boiler is hot. We have a simple sensor coming off this control. When it senses that the wood boiler is heated, we shut down the wall-hung boiler and all the heat comes from the wood boiler. And then this is our domestic hot water temperature control. When the wood boiler is in play, this will maintain temperature on this tank via that circ pump. And we just have a boiler relay control here. Our 6-zone control panel here it interfaces with the 6-zone thermostats. And over here we have an example of the manifold loops, and each zone has corresponding loops. And in this case we have the 2 bedroom loops and the master bath loop. There's 2 more zone manifolds underneath the house, a 5 loop and a 6 loop. And these feed supply and return to each of those manifolds. Supply and return for these manifolds. We just put the glycol in it. That's why you see the orange here. We have a Rayhow system. We have a little bit of Uponor clear here. It's what we had in stock so that we can see that the glycol is in it. And it's nice to be able to monitor that. So yeah, this is a nice system. Turned out good. This is up here is our bypass pressure differential. Our Tridecator's on there. So that way when we have a limited amount of zone valves open, this will bypass the pressure, keeping this pump from deadheading. This wall assembly was built in the shop. We have a Squidgems videotape in here. This wall assembly was built in the shop and then hung on in site, and then we connected all these dots on site. So it really limited our time on the job and the complexity of trying to neatly assemble this system. Behind this wall, the homeowner did us a great favor. This entire wall has plywood on it, so no matter where we hung anything, we didn't have to worry about anchors or studs or locations. It was a really nice deal, and he made this wall real long for us. So we used pretty much this entire wall. It's about 15-17 feet long, and you can see we utilized every inch of the wall. So if this room had been half the size, we would have been 3-dimensional, and it really would have looked cool. So, but this house, the homeowner really gave us an opportunity to really put a nice mechanical system in here. So that was an enjoyable project. Okay, the guy's laying around 200 foot on this loop. This is the 5th zone. It's the library. These are main room. These right here are 300-year-old headers from China. Pretty.
Barbecue on Fridays now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm just doing it.
I don't know. She was asking me if I was going to this week, and I was like, nope.
So right now we're putting the glycol in the system. Cameron's, you can see the